So no intro today, no fancy anything. Just wanted to bring you outside to have a little bit of coffee with me and to talk heart to heart. And I want to talk about this mug. It's one of our mugs, as you know, and it says, "It is well with my soul." It's really one of the things that I'm very thankful for. And this song is such a great song, and we've talked about the history of the song before, and I won't go through it again, but it says, "No matter my lot, you have taught me to say, it is well with my soul." An old hymn that's fantastic. And sorry, the animals are so loud behind me. But you know, this is such a great thing to be able to say. No matter what goes on with us, no matter what our lot is, no matter what happens during the day, no matter what you and I might go through, we can say, "It is well with my soul." You know, there's a principle in the Bible that basically talks about that. It says that I have peace in the middle of a storm. How does that happen? Because when a storm rages, it's really something. We've had a lot of storms right here. In fact, right behind me, about right there in that location, there was a big tree, huge tree, one of the biggest ones in the yard. A tornado touched down and grabbed it and took it out. All of this area right here, just a few weeks ago, was under complete flood. You know, it isn't always well with things around us, and even though my yard looks very serene this morning, and it is, and even though one of the joys of my life is my little duck friends and geese and deer that walk through and all the things that are part of this great place to live here, it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the state of my soul. You know, when Jesus Christ comes into our lives, some amazing things happen. And I've been a Christian now for a few years, quite a few years, almost 64 years now. It'll be 64 years in September 15th. And the greatest thing about that has been just this continual growth, the continual relationship with the Lord that establishes me. And, you know, when you first get married, those of you that are, you know, you remind your wife or your husband that you love them. And you say it a lot, and you say it because you need to hear it. Now, we always need to hear it, but we don't always need to have the reminder to know that we're okay, because there's a point where you just know you're okay. I'm at that point. I know I'm okay. I know that I still struggle with things. I know my life is still far from perfect. I know that I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still nurturing my faith. I'm still opening up the Bible and being amazed at what I see and swearing that I've never seen that verse before, even though I've read it 100 times. I'm still surprised when God answers my prayer, even though He's answered my prayer thousands of times. I'm still in awe of what He did for me and the cross and its meaning in my life. And yet, through all of this, even though I'm continuing to experience and I'm continuing this great adventure in the faith, I don't have to be at the end of my life to say it is well with my soul. I don't have to be perfect to say that. I don't have to have gotten a handle on everything that I'm struggling with to say it. At any point in my life, I can say it because it's a position that I take with God. It is well with my soul. And folks, that is something that He does That was an amen, by the way. That's something that he does, not something that I do. It isn't something that I discipline myself to do as I walk with the Lord, and every day I read this many scriptures and this many prayers and all of that. No. It's not a discipline, it's a surrender. It's saying, Lord, good morning. And we have a poster and a mug and a t-shirt like this. Good morning, Lord. What are you up to today? I want to be part of it. It's saying, Lord, not I, but you. Not me, but your glory. Not my understanding, but your wisdom. And it's always that surrender that gives us that inner hope, that inner peace, and causes us to say, it is well with my soul. So my prayer for you today, as we have our coffee break together, is that you can say that. It is well with my soul. That you can say, no matter what's going on around me, whether it's a beautiful day like this or we're in the middle of a tornado or a flood, it's well with my soul. It isn't dependent on things, and it isn't dependent on everything going right. It has to do with my relationship with God. Well, I just wanted to change it up a little bit today. Thank you for joining me. As always, I love spending this time with you. And don't forget, folks, as we always say, and I always need to remind you and me too, that we are blessed. So let's go and be a blessing.